Hello everyone, this is Dr. Hridesh Rajput from ITM University Gwalior, and today's topic is canning and bottling of fruits and vegetables. So, there are some outlines related to this topic. So, in outline, introduction of canning, then objective, history of canning, and what is the history behind this canning process and processing of canning, then assignment, learning outcome, and references. Okay, so these are the outlines. Whatever I want to explain you, all these points I will explain. Okay, so first of all, what is canning? What is canning? Canning is a method of preservation of food in which the food is processed and hermetically sealed in containers. Hermetically, what is hermetically? I think you all should know what is hermetically. Hermetically means that condition where food can preserve without presence of air, hermetically sealed. So this food can be preserved in metal glass, thermostable plastic, and multiple layer flexible pouches. Means these flexible pouches you can call retort pouches. These multiple layer flexible pouches, also known as retort pouches, through agencies of heat. These canning is the hot preservation method for the preserving of food. So this canning is also known as harder technology. This canning is come under the harder technology. What is the harder technology? What is harder technology? Harder technology means these types of technology where different preservation methods have been fitted. Means different techniques is used in this preservation. Different types of technique means these heat treatment can be applied in one preservation. In one preservation methods, more than one techniques is used, is called harder technology. More than one techniques can be used with this harder technology. Means heat treatment, and also added some preservatives, and added some syrups in different combined different concentrated syrups. Okay, so all these process is done in this canning. So that's why this canning process is also known as harder techniques, is come under the harder technology. Step by step different hurdle has been set. It means preservation techniques allow the heat treatment, allow the pour the heat hot syrup, and then after packaging we can process it with this autoclaving methods, and with this preservation method, open kettle method. So different types of techniques is used in this canning. So that's why this is also known as this harder technology process. Okay, canning provide a shelf life typically ranging from 1 to 5 years. Yes, with this canned product can be preserved for 2 to 5 years at room temperature only. Only room temperature this canned product uh, can be stable and can be preserved for 5 years. Although under specific circumstances it can be much longer also. This after 5 years can also be much longer without opening the cap. Whenever you opened it, then you cannot again fixed it and stored for a long time. No, this cannot be possible in this canning process. Heating is the principal factor to destroy the microorganism and permanent sealing of the prevent reinfection. Yes, this heating process is this canning process is the principal factor to destroy the microorganism that is present in the food. So by this method, we can 100% destroy the all microorganisms and cannot enter in this sealing method. With this sealing method, this cannot be again reinfect. That's why this scanning process have longest shelf life. Okay, 5 year and more. That's why this scanning process is most popular, and also there are some demerits like this process is costly and cannot be used at small scale basis, and there are some demerits also, but this process have highest long life, highest shelf life, so that we can preserve the food with this process, with this scanning process, and can be stored at room temperature only. No need a specific temperature, a specific area. This canned product can be stored at room temperature. Okay, then moving to the next slide. And what is this here? uh, why this scanning is done? Why this is necessary? Why? So here the high percentage of water in most fresh food make them very perishable. Yes, in this fresh food, um, this fresh food contain most of the water, means contain highest percentage of water. So that's why this fruits have very specific property, means have perishable nature, means can be spoiled easily with the microorganism. They spoil and lose their quality for several reasons. Yes, I already told you this. Yeah, so these can be spoiled with this perishable nature, by this perishable nature. So microorganisms live and multiply quickly on the surface of fresh fruit, on the inside of bruised insects damage and diseased food. These microorganisms can easily grow in the on the surface of fresh food, and can be easily spoil the nature of the food. That's why we need to preserve the food very quickly, because food have the nature of perishable, and this food, especially on the basis of fruits and vegetable, these fruits and vegetable cannot uh, stored at a normal condition for long time. So we need to process it, and we need to preserve with this different preserving method, so that we can use these fruits and vegetable in off season, when these fruits and vegetable are not available in that times of season. So we can use in off season, with the use of these techniques we can store it. And I also want to explain you, I also want to inform you that most of the fruits and vegetables, especially in fruit cases, uh, 4 to 5% in all production, 4 to 5% fruits only processed in India, and 34% total production, from the total production, 30 to 34% fruits is fruits will be spoiled, and was also spoiled most of the fruits was spoiled with because lacking of processing, because of there is no processing facility so that we can process very quickly. Because at a highest season, at a when fruits have their highest season, so we don't have that facility, so we can preserve the food very quickly. That's why we lost the fruit in that much amount. Means 34% we can 34% fruits may be spoiled with when they grow during their season. 34% of fruits was spoiled during their season because of we don't have these processing facilities so that we can process the food and store the food uh, for off season. We cannot only from the total production only 3% fruit uh, can be preserved. 3% food only 3% food can stored with these processing methods. So we need to focus on that basis, and we need to preserve the food longest so that we can uh, process it and use it and also export it. Because in India have all seasons, and we can we have to utilize it, and we can and also in India have the facility uh, with this in India all fruits are available, and all fruits and vegetables are available, and we can consume freshly. We can consume, and we are consuming these fresh fruit, vegetables and fruits also, right? That's why we don't like these dried fruits and processed fruits, because there is availability during their season. But in all over the world there are lots of areas where they did not get fresh vegetable, because their area have lowest temperature and highest temperatures, so they did not grow the vegetables or fruits. So where we need to export our fruits and vegetables during with these processing methods, so we can preserve this food by this method and store and export the food uh, with this highest shelf life. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oxygen and enzyme are present throughout fresh food tissues. Proper canning practice minimize the effect of these microorganisms. Yes, with this canning practice, we can minimize these microorganisms, this effect of microorganisms, right? So that's why this canning process is useful for the preservation of fruits and vegetables. Okay. Yes. These are some objectives related to this topic. So however, the main objective of the scanning to be preserve the food by the application of heat, so that it can be safely eaten at a longer time, and safety of consumer is the primary concern when food is canned. These are the main two objectives. Moving to the next slide here. I think you all should know the history behind this scanning process. So in history, during the first year of Napoleonic wars, the French government offered a award hefty cash award of 12,000 francs to any investor who could discover a cheap and effective method of preserving large amount of food. Okay, so during these wars, French government offered that anyone invent any preservative method uh, that will be cheapest and effective method. That should be cheapest and effective method. So government uh, then offered 12,000 francs for the inventor. Okay, so the large armies, why this government announced these amount of award for the invention of food? Because the large armies of the period required increased and regular supply of quality food, not a quantity, also quality food they required in large amount for large period time, for the period time. In so for this After this announcement, in 1909, Nicolas Appert, one scientist was there, Nicolas Appert, a French confectioner and brewer, means this Nicolas Appert running this confectionery and brewer beverages industry. Confectioner and brewer observed that food cooked inside a jar did not spoil unless the seal leaked. He observed on that time, he observed that whenever we cook the food in jar, then these types of food did not spoil until the seal leaked, until when till the seal did not open, then this inside the jar food did not spoil. Okay, and develop a method of sealing food in glass jar, which was referred as appetization and now known as canning. According to the Nicholas Appert, he observed that whenever we cook the food in a glass jar or any types of jar or sealed it, so these types of food did not spoil until the sealed leaked. So he developed these techniques and stored the food under the glass jar and referred, means give the name appetization. In this process he give the name uh, this he gave the name of this process is appetization, uh, with the reference of their name, appetization, and also known as canning. This process is known as canning and also known as appetization. Okay. Okay, so here there are some categorization of food. What types of food can be preserved in can be canned? Food that are canned. So low acidic food and high acidic food. These types of food can be preserved in canning. Okay. Low acidic food, meat, fish, poultry, dairy fall into the pH range 0 to 6.8. This large group is commonly referred to as the low acidic food. Yes, these types of food refer under the low acidic food, can be preserved in canning process, in can. And acidic food with pH label between 4.5 and 3.7. Fruit sugar as pear, orange, apricot and tomatoes fall in this class. So under this acidic food, pear, orange, apricot, tomatoes can be preserved. under this acidic food. Next is high acidic food such as pickle products, fermented food. The pH value range from 3.7 to 2.3. Also jam and jelly all are in this class. So all these also can preserve come under the high acidic food and preserve with this canned method. So these categorized food can be preserved with this method and can be preserved for longer time period. Okay. Yes. Then there is the flow chart. This is the flow chart for the process of canning. How we can conduct the pre-canning process. What are the main steps? Okay. So there are some general steps for the processing of canning. Here, first of all, selection. We have to select the food according to the suitability, and then shortening and grading. Then during this shortening and grading, uh, there are in canning process. There are these are the steps that have to be followed with with the processing of canning. And in during canning process, then in shortening and grading, we can grade the food and vegetable with different methods, means roping and round grading, screening. Okay. And then washed with steamed water, running water, spray water, hot water. Okay. So I will explain these all points in next slide. And then peeling, coring and pitting. What is peeling, coring and pitting? What is the difference between these peeling, coring and pitting? Then bleaching, obviously inactivation of enzyme. Then can filling, filling the can filling means pour the sample in the can. Okay. Then syrupping and brining, preparation of syrup and brine. Then leading and clinching, partial sealing of can come under this leading and clinching. Then exhausting, removal of air that is present during the processing, that is present in the can. So removal of removal of uh, air from the can. Then sealing, single simmer can during this sealing can be used single simmer and double simmer method. Then washing. After sealing, we have to process the can with the apply heat, so that uh, remaining microorganisms can be destroyed by this processing method. So in this processing, we can use autoclave, or also can use open kettle method with this processing. And after processing, um, immediately can pass through the running water. This process is called thermal shock, so that mesophilic microorganisms also destroy, and thermophilic destroy, and thermoduric microorganisms also destroy by this method. After cooling, we can label the food and explain label the food according to the standards, and place for the storage, and running to the and transport the product for marketing. Okay. So this is the main flow chart for the processing of canning. Yes, and all these details I will explain in next class. Okay. All these detail I will explain in next class. Um there there are detailed part of this scanning, so I will explain in my next means second lecture of this particular topic. Okay. And if you have any query, any doubt related to this topic, so you can ask me during my webinar, and you can text me. uh, if you if you want to explore more related to this topic, so you can follow the references that is present in last slide. Okay. So next remaining part I will explain um, in my second lecture. Okay, thank you.